What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another figure release preview video. Today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the finally announced to be ready to ship out Mr. Bane himself from the movie The Dark Knight Rises. My God, have we been waiting for this guy for such a long time? I feel like it's been almost 2 years since we've ordered him, but finally he gets announced that he's ready to be shipped out. So just pretty much wanted to give my quick thoughts on him. As I always like to say with these videos, I'm just gonna give quick details on him. We're not gonna talk too much in detail about the figure. We'll save those thoughts once we get the figure in person. But as you guys know, me being in the United States, I'll probably have to wait around a month or two before I get this guy. So that's why I like to do these previews, just to kind of give my thoughts on what we should be expecting in the upcoming days whenever we do get him. So again, very excited about this figure. Very excited about this figure. To me, Bane was a good villain in The Dark Knight Rises. I thought that his script could have been a little bit better, in my personal opinion. Now, the suit itself, or the look to him, was phenomenal. I thought Tom Hardy looked great playing Bane, and I really was a big fan of the costume. So whenever he was announced, I was definitely all in getting him. If I'm not mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the second figure that we get for this for the Dark Knight Rises. The other one was Catwoman, featuring Anne Hathaway, which obviously we already have. So just waiting on Mr. Bane himself from this specific movie. So I did want to go ahead and take a look at the images really quick, just to see what they've announced with the promo pics. So no question, the thing that we're looking forward to the most is obviously that full body silicone set. So I think everything is made out of silicone, and if I'm not mistaken, it's completely seamless. Like, it has no seam lines. I think only right here on the wrist to pretty much connect the hand pieces, but as far as the whole shoulders to the chest area and even to his whole head sculpt, everything's connected at once, and that is a first for me. Obviously I have some figures that have silicone parts. For example, I have Wonder Woman, who has actually, you know what else, please forgive me, Wonder Woman is a whole silicone body, but I can't remember very well. I'll try to look at her later to see if the whole head sculpt is also connected fully to her body. I believe it is, but I can't remember very well. But pretty much Bane himself is a full unit. Now, my only issue, I guess, that I have with this specific figure is the ankle. I'm sorry, not the ankle, excuse me, the wrist joints. So I understand that we need to pretty much have a seam line right here so that we can connect different hand pieces, but I just think that Hot Toys could have found a way to possibly make, for example, maybe like a full arm with just one single hand post, maybe. I don't know, right? That's just me personally. And then, for example, they could have made a seam line in between his bodysuit, so I would have been okay with that, because the seam line would not have been visible right here from the shoulders because of that bodysuit. So maybe they could have done a whole arm set with like just one hand pose and be completely seamless, and then do another possible arm with seam lines like the ones that we have right here. So that's just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with that thought. The material itself does seem to be regular fabric, so I like that. The glove itself, we'll see what it is. It does seem to look pleather from the images right here. I hope that I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Now, the jacket itself, those are the things as well, because again, this guy, if I'm not mistaken, has a couple of different looks to him. So we have the jacket itself, we have the bodysuit that we just took a look at. He has another jacket as well that we saw on the first image, and we'll discuss that a little bit later on. So again, that's the good thing, that us as collectors, we're gonna get a lot of options when it comes to posting this guy. I still have no idea how am I gonna post him. And by the way, here comes the other jacket for the guy. So I have really no idea on how am I gonna pose them. To me, I don't want to lay those silicone arms to waste. I kind of want to show them off, but at the same time, the jackets are really cool looking, so it's gonna be a tough decision to see how I'm gonna go ahead and pose the guy. But every look of him is good. The face sculpt looks great as well. I'll probably have to get a double look at Tom Hardy's look whenever he dressed up as Bane, just to see if the head sculpt is great enough. Obviously, it's hard to tell because we're only going to be able to see the eyes, no nose or lips because of the mask that he has. But still in all, I definitely want to go ahead and take a look and to see if we do get a good head sculpt. But obviously, we will discuss those things once we get the figure in person. But man, just looking at this image, just look at the skin texture all across the silicone parts. It looks absolutely amazing, man. It looks as real as it gets, and the fact that there's no seam lines in this image is just as great as it is. Now, without question, just looking from afar, this is to me the best silicone body that they've ever done. Again, for example, the other silicone bodies that I mentioned before were Wonder Woman, Thor with the arms that he has, Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine, that shirtless version, that's going to be a full silicone body as well. But so far from what we're going to get, again, we're still holding off on Wolverine, but from the figures that we're about to get, I think this has to be the best silicone body we've ever seen. Just looking at the skin texture, the vein work, even like the little kind of hairs popping out of his skin, his veins, everything is just perfect in my personal opinion. But once we get the figure in person, we'll be able to make further comparisons to other figures who have gotten silicone parts as well. This image even describes it better. Again, the vein work right here, it's just absolutely phenomenal. But you see right here, this is what, again, it doesn't necessarily bother me because, again, at the same time, I can't really ask Hot Toys to do much. But man, if we would have gotten a full like arm to not have any seam lines, man, that would have made the figure even better than what it already is. But still in all, everything else I think is great. I really can't find anything that's wrong with the figure just from the additional promo pics. Again, as I mentioned before, once we get the figure, we'll find more things. The materials as far as the clothing, well, those are things that we're gonna have to see once we get the figure. I am really hoping this is not pleather, but if it's just regular plastic and everything else is your regular fabric along with the body, man, this is gonna be a phenomenal figure to get for sure. So very excited to get this figure. Again, I really don't want to dive too deep right, because obviously we'll wait until we get the figure in person and I could be pretty much taking a look at more images. So but we'll just do this for now. But pretty much Mr. Bane featuring Tom Hardy from The Dark Knight Rises has been announced to be shipped out. Cannot wait to go ahead and get him. If you guys are interested in purchasing him, I think he is available right now at Pop Collectibles to ship out. I got mine at Sideshow Collectibles, so I'll wait until they ship it out. But it is completely up to you guys. So this time I will not include a link to purchase it, because again, I feel like there's different options and I really can't blame you guys for picking one specific option. But still in all, again, this guy is ready to be shipped out. Can't wait to go ahead and get him. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about this figure specifically. Let me know if you guys purchased it, if you guys are excited to go ahead and get him, and also your thoughts about the initial promo pics about the figure. Before I do end the video, kind of wanted to update you guys on what I have coming up on the channel. So because of my recent unboxing featuring Iron Man with his suit up gauntry, I was really busy with that specific figure, so I really haven't had time to catch up with everything that's been released by Hot Toys. Obviously, I'm fully aware that not only has this guy been released, but also the Wasp from the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, so I'll go ahead and do a preview of her as well in the next upcoming days. But also there's been 3 new figures that have been announced. That's been Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man 1, Doctor Doom, which I think is just your typical regular Doctor Doom figure. I don't think he's really made from a specific movie or TV show. I think it's more like a comic based type of look. And then also a Harley Quinn as well, featuring Margot Robbie. So those 3 figures, I will do a figure preview coming in the next upcoming days. If I haven't done them, I apologize, but I've been waiting on Sideshow Collectibles to pretty much have the figure up for pre-order, and for some odd reason they still haven't had it. So at this point I feel like I'm taking too long to do a figure preview, so most likely I'll end up doing it here on Facebook. So make sure to stay tuned in for that. As I always like to tell you guys, make sure you have your notifications turned on, so that way you guys know when I do drop these videos on a daily basis. So as always, before I end the video, I want to thank you guys for the support, and if it is the first time that you're watching me, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and also hit the notifications bell, so again you stay updated with any of my videos that I drop in the next upcoming days or in the future. So once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video of Bane, who has been announced to be released. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you next time.